Hi Wedding Nation, welcome back to my channel. If you've been following me for a while now, you see how I love to start the week sharing financial wisdom that are rooted in biblical truths. Now today I'm going to be sharing with you a secret that has helped me and that of my clients so well, which is the importance of managing money wisely. Our anchor scripture for this video will be Proverbs 21 verse 5, which says that the plan of a diligent leads to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. Now let's unpack this together. Now this verse isn't just talking about business, but about life generally. It is saying that planning will bring profits, while rushing will lead to poverty. Now picture this. Think about people who rush to make investment decisions, who rush to buy luxury items, thinking that that will be all, like no new luxury stuff will be made again in the future. Think about people who just make a decision when it comes to spending, when it comes to their money. Something happened to me early this year. I got paid and I was so into myself. I think I was actually still in the Christmas vibe. And the moment I got paid, I just went into the market. I dashed into the market and started buying stuff that I thought that I needed. They appeared like needs, only to find out that even though they were needs, they weren't things I needed to buy at that time. I don't know if that makes sense. They were things that I actually needed. They were things I wanted to have. I felt like if I had them, it was going to help, make some things work faster for me. But then after buying it, I realized that I could actually still do without these things. That means if I had sat down and planned my money properly, I would have realized before dashing into the market, before spending the money, that, oh, these things I could still do without them. I could still manage. Then I'd gone ahead to spend my money, and at the end of the day, there was nothing to really fall back on to save or even to invest at the end of the month. That was exactly what happened to me earlier this year, and I quickly realized that any money, even though I'd always done it, even though I'd always talked about it, I found out that it wasn't something that you just know passively. You have to act on it every time. Whatever money that you make, if you don't plan every month or every time money comes into your account, if you don't plan it, that money is as good as gone. It's as good as you lost your money. And I don't think that you want that to happen. Now let's talk about the second scenario of people who take time to diligently plan their money, to diligently plan their expenses. People will now take intentional moves. People will key into offers that are good enough, offers they take their time to conduct due diligence on, offers they take their time to study, to understudy, so that they know the pros and cons, so that they don't just lose their money from it. One of it is that the people on the latter point, people who venture into things like that, people who plan out their money, they grow into wealth, they grow into financial stability. Whereas those who refuse to plan their money, those who just rush into buying stuff, eventually lose the money. This scripture is God's blueprint for financial diligence. Whether you're earning so much or you're earning so little, the result you get depends on how well you manage what you're earning. As a matter of fact, whatever money you're earning currently is a seed that you need to plant for the results or the wealth you're looking to have in the future. Now, what does wise money management look like? Let's break it down. Here are 5 signs that you're managing your money wisely. Number 1 is that you know where your money goes to. You're not someone who receives money at the beginning of the month only to hope that the money lasts you to the end of the month without planning it. That is not a good sign of someone who manages money wisely. Number 2 is you prioritize savings. Now, someone who manages money wisely is someone who spends what is left from savings, not someone who spends before they save, not someone who saves the what is left from spending. Does that make sense to you? Someone who manages money wisely spends what is left after they've saved, after they've invested, and after they tend to their needs, after they've budgeted their money, generally, they spend what is left. While someone who doesn't manage their money wisely will always save what is left after spending. You don't want to be that person. Number 3 is avoiding unnecessary debts. Because you have access to loans doesn't necessarily mean that you should always get them. Doesn't necessarily mean that it should be your go-to anytime there's a financial need or there's a financial want. Yeah, you need to check, you need to know the cost. You need to check whether it's something, you need to weigh your cost. You need to check whether it is something you really have to do. Because, like I said, using my scenario, that those things appeared to me like I needed them, like, oh, if I didn't get them, something was going to happen to me, some things were not going to work. Only for me to buy them, then my eye clear. Then I saw it was like veil ripped before my eyes. And I realized that, oh, even though this thing appeared like a need, it wasn't actually a need. I could actually do away with them. Now, that is what someone who manages money wisely, that is what they always want to prevent. They don't just take up loans because they have access to loans. They weigh the cost eventually. Another point that you are managing money wisely is that you invest in assets and not just wanting to look rich. You are investing in assets, you are investing in things that are capable of making you become rich and not looking rich, like lands, like properties, like buying shares and the likes. The last but not the least, which is the ultimate point here, is that you make God the CEO over your finances by praying before you make any financial decision or any decision about life at all. You also give generously. You honor God with your wealth, like giving your tithe, giving your first fruits and the likes. Now, in my world of real estate, money management is everything. I've seen a lot of people miss out on good offers, good deals, simply because they don't have any savings whatsoever. And I've also seen people with modest earning buy in offers that have appreciated in value and on the path to building generational wealth for themselves. These people are intentional people. They are not the people who make the most money at the end of the day. Now, this is why I always tell my client that you don't need more money to invest. You only need a money plan. That land in Ekpe, Ibadan, Abeokuta, even Ikorodu, that off-plan property that is in Aja, that is in Shongotedo, that is even in Ekpe, those bungalows that are in Ekpe, bungalows in Mowe, that could, that you could invest in, and they guarantee you, return on your investment over time. They are not for the rich. They are actually for the wise, those who understand delayed gratification. If you are serious about building wealth in a sustainable and God-honoring way, it starts with how well you manage the money that you are making today. Start budgeting, start saving, think long term. And if you're ready to take a bold step towards wealth by investing in real estate, even with a small budget, I can help you. Send a message or drop a comment below. Let's talk about your financial goal and how real estate can help you get there wisely, intentionally, and God at the center. See you in my next one.